Hey, what's going on guys? Nick here with a quick DC movie news update. So this time we're going to be discussing an interview with Warner Brothers chief Kevin Tsujihara. He recently sat down with the LA Times to talk about sort of where the future of DC on film lies after the success of Aquaman and with the coming films like Shazam, Joker, and Wonder Woman 1984. In the interview, he more or less confirmed what we've been hearing, even recently from Toby Emmerich, who heads up Warner Brothers film division. He said, quote, "The universe isn't as connected as we thought it was going to be 5 years ago. You're seeing much more focus on individual experiences around individual characters. That's not to say at some point we might not come back to the notion of a more connected universe, but it feels like that's the right strategy for us right now." He went on to comment about the string of lesser-focused superhero films on the way, like I mentioned Shazam, Joker, Birds of Prey. There's been talk of Blue Beetle and Plastic Man, and he says that the studio feels like they're back on the right track. We have the right people in the right jobs working on it. When asked about specifically the characters of Batman and Superman, he said, quote, "Obviously we want to get those two in the right place, and we want strong movies around them, but Aquaman is a perfect example of what we can do. They're each unique, and the tone's different in each movie." So it looks like Warner Brothers is officially ditching the shared universe model that they tried to do, copying the Avengers stuff, leading up to it. Obviously, after Man of Steel, they kind of shifted around their plans. Originally, they were actually just going to do a Superman trilogy with Zack Snyder, but then once, the Avengers came out, they're like, okay, we gotta move into going towards Justice League, and ultimately those plans didn't really work out for them because a lot of stuff was accelerated and introduced in Batman v Superman and kind of, setting up future films, and then obviously Suicide Squad had to get reworked, so it looks like WB is just gonna be focusing on solo films that sort of live in the same world possibly, or are just tangentially related, but obviously looks like they're not really banking on the whole, connectivity between films, which is ultimately for the best. I think that's how you get the best results in individual films that really just focus on the story at hand and developing good characters. But what do you guys think about this? Are you for or against Warner Brothers moving away from shared universes and going towards individual films? For more updates on everything in the DC world and pop culture, be sure to subscribe to HN Entertainment.